Here we are at the May Wilson Theatre, which is the performance place where we often see productions from RuBarb Productions. And of course, the season's coming up, and so Evie Sawatsky has joined us to talk about the upcoming season, and in particular, the first show of the year. So, Evie, welcome to Moose Jaw this week.
Thank you.
And you've just come off a very successful summer. I tell you, I was saying before, I was just so impressed with Gilbert and Anne, or Anne and Gilbert. It was just like, wow, you had a great cast, and it's a wonderful show.
Yeah, no, it's a show I've been following for a number of years, and I saw it in 2007 in Ontario on a tour, and it's grown and changed since then, and so when we brought it to the stage here, it was really special, and beyond that, I mean, we had our honorary patrons come, including Lieutenant Governor, and she was saying how it was one of the most exciting events that she'd been to in her time in office, and that we'd been to, or we had the composer come as well.
I know, that was kind of neat.
Yeah, and I got thinking, oh my, why did I do a show written by someone who's still alive, and anyway, but she came and she really enjoyed herself, and she's written me a few times since talking about how it was a really special show, and she'd never seen Philippa faint and be carried off stage, and she'd never seen a bunch of different things. She said it was just a really unique production, and one of the best she's seen. So to have that, our cast was exceptional, and then our community and children's ensemble was just great. I love doing shows that really add the community flavor, but are also cast age appropriately, rather than trying to have a lot of older people playing kids and vice versa. It makes it feel more real to me, and I think that's very important.
Yeah. I was talking to Dan Falk, who's a friend and former student, and he's about the show and the role that he played in it. And he was saying when he did it in Charlottetown, when he was down there working, but he didn't play the same role. He was playing the love interest here, and he said it was interesting because they played it differently in Charlottetown, and I liked the way that it was done here because it wasn't just a flashy guy. There was some soul to the guy, and there was some substance to him, and so it became a real interesting character because he's competing with Gilbert, who everybody likes, and yet you like this guy too because he's a likable guy.
Anne isn't ridiculous. She's got a head on her shoulders, and she would have a good reason for liking a guy.
Oh yeah.
So just naturally, with that thought in my mind, she wasn't caught up in the whirlwind of the big city. She had a head on her shoulders still, and there had to be depth.
Yeah, and he liked it better here. He thought it was good. So, yeah. But we got to talk about the upcoming season because you've got Wingfield Number 2. There's 8 shows, and it's a wonderful way to start a season off.
It's really great. Not only from my perspective, because I've had a busy summer, but this show is really a part of Canadian, theater history. Like he has done this show, I forget but thousands of times, and to bring that to Moose Jaw, to bring that, that piece of original Canadian work that's been playing since the 80s for the first time to Moose Jaw now. It just seems like we're fitting this puzzle piece together, and I like the fact that we have been putting it into our season. We did the first one last year, and now we're doing the second one. Very important for people to know.
What's the title we should do?
Wingfield's Progress.
Okay.
And so I like the fact that we're talking about this this new farmer guy from big city Toronto, and he wants to make this farming thing work. And this is his second season on the farm. But I like that we're doing this kind of at harvest time. You know, like it's kind of an ode to our agricultural, constituents.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that there's an earthy part of our season. I mean, albeit from a guy who's not necessarily doing farming the right way, so it's a comedy. But
Right. If you saw Green Acres TV show, it has some elements of that style of interpretation of how farms should happen.
Yeah, and then, he doesn't do everything perfectly, and that's the charm about it. So,
And of course, that's what the dates are. October.
October. I'm just going to pull up my little gold ticket here. October 1st through 4th. And we have 2 matinees involved in that. We've got a Saturday matinee and a Sunday matinee, which are at 2 o'clock. But otherwise, it's Wednesday through Saturday evenings at 7:30. And we even have, throughout the course of the season, we have a lot of school matinees. Mm-hmm. So we're excited to be, bringing professional theater to more schools throughout the season. But I don't think we have a school matinee for Wingfield. But if you're a teacher out there and you want to bring your kids,
Talk to me.
give me a shout. We can make that happen. Yeah. But yeah, he's really he's a master of, first of all, memory. Mm-hmm. To think that he has 8 full-length shows that he plays all the roles in.
Yes, it's a one-man show. If we haven't touched on it, it's a one-man show. He plays every character in the story.
So how great, I mean, for an up-and-coming actor to see someone who has fully fleshed out, a zillion characters, sometimes 20 characters in a show, and I think it's a great opportunity for any young artist or anyone who loves the theater just to.
It's a good tour de force for an actor to come and watch it and see it. And the story is a wonderful story, and it that there's more coming. There's sequels, so.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And that being said, you don't have to have seen the first one in order to. I mean, my first show that I saw of his was number 8. I went to the Globe and I saw number 8, and I mean, if you're going to be out at all and not know what's going on, it will be with number 8, because there's been 7 before, and popped right into the stories. So it's really important for people to know it's not the same show as last year, and everyone can hop right in. It stands right alone. Yeah. So.
And second, the Christmas show. Everybody would like to know what the Christmas show, because we're going to talk at the end if we get time. I'm hoping about packages and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so second show, a frog.
Yes, and a toad. It's Year with Frog and Toad, and it's based on the children's books by Arnold Lobel, and it was Tony nominated. It was actually on Broadway when I was in New York, and so it's a show with 5 actors and lots of wonderful music, and you just see this friendship over the course of a year. One of my favorite parts of the show is there's a snail, and so Frog writes a letter to Toad, and he gives it to Snail, and Snail is just so honored that he's been given the job of delivering this letter. And so he rushes to deliver this letter. And through the course of the show, we see him still delivering the letter. And it's the whole year long, right? And he's still delivering the letter. And it's very funny. Yeah. I think it's going to be great. We've got an awesome cast.
Dates for that are in December, the first week?
That's right. Pull these up, because I am just no good with numbers. December 2nd through 6th. We have school matinees for that. We've got the Saturday and the Sunday matinee again. And we're finding our matinees are really selling well now. So want to get the word out there that we do have daytime shows. So. And
I was asking about your romantic show, because in Valentine's is around the time. And you go, we have Driving Miss Daisy. I don't remember that being all that romantic. But you talked about the fact that it's got compassion and respect and caring.
Yeah, it's a special relationship, and Valentine's isn't just about romantic relationships, but set back in the era of the civil rights movement in the South, and
it's National Black.
it's actually national. What did I say? Black History Month.
Black History Month.
So it's. I just thought, part of this story, that a dialogue that has impacted our culture, and I thought, what a great story to bring to the stage.
And you have a realistic, humorous story about this crazy lady who's
Yeah.
rich woman who sings badly.
Yeah,
and
it's
nobody.
it's almost like we're bringing. In Singing in the Rain. It's almost like a story all about her. But anyway, this is Florence Foster Jenkins, a real lady who had all the money in the world, and she decided she wanted to bless people with her amazing coloratura voice, and so she books Carnegie Hall. And when she saw people running out and holding their stomachs and tearing up, she just figured that they were really moved by her. And
They were moved
She
by
was
her.
honored.
Yeah.
She was honored to have performed for them.
And it's a true story.
Yeah.
It's a true story. Now, we're in our last minute already, so let's just talk about the packages and stuff like that people can get.
Yes. Well, first of all, if anyone's interested in corporate hosting or children's parties, we have a partnership with Super Meats to have the whole party here at the Cultural Center to make it really easy for celebrating your children or your clients or your staff. We also have season tickets available and flex packs, so that's 6 tickets for the price of 5. And that being said, we have a sponsorship opportunity for people who are interested in being sponsors, but they're not interested necessarily in advertising. So friend packages get you 2 flex packs or 2 standard season tickets, and a little bit of a donation on top of it. And then you get recognized in the program as well. But so you can make that part of your business sponsorship.
For sure. Well, Abby, thank you for coming and talking about the rhubarb season coming up. I know it's going to be exciting and fun. You had a great summer, and we're going to even have a better fall.
We're just really excited to be going into our 3rd season of professional live theater here in the heart of downtown Moose Jaw in the historic May Wilson. So we invite everyone to come out and experience the growing culture of theater in Moose Jaw.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Al.
Okay, that wraps it up here at the May Wilson, and we hope that you can make that into your schedule, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon on Moose Jaw this week.